Welcome to Quick Takes. My name is Michael Antonelli. I'm a market strategist in Baird's Private Wealth Division. Today's topic is going to be the American Rescue Plan, which is a stimulus plan that was just passed by Congress and signed by the President in early March 2021. For today's event, I've brought along Kelsey Clair. Kelsey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So Kelsey works for Baird. She's a tax strategist. She works with some of our financial planners. She's going to help us understand both the stimulus payments that come with the American Rescue Plan and the child tax credit. Those are two kind of important topics we want to talk to you today. So first, we're going to focus on the stimulus payments that are part of this plan. Kelsey, talk through the stimulus payments, how much they are, and kind of who qualifies for them.
Yeah, so the stimulus payments this round are $1,400 per person in the household. These are a little bit different than the previous two rounds in that adult dependents do qualify as to increase the household stimulus payment. So in previous rounds, that was limited to dependents under the age of 17. So now this is really beneficial for those, who might have children in college that they're still supporting.
And so what is it based on? Like what is it based on in terms of somebody's income? And then what tax year is the government going to use for these stimulus payments?
Yeah, so similar to the previous rounds, there are going to be income thresholds for these. It is a little bit different in that the stimulus payments will phase out a lot quicker this round. So the thresholds start at $150,000 for married couples and $75,000 for single filers. And it will be based on your 2020 tax return. Unless you haven't filed a 2020 tax return, then it will be based on your 2019 tax return.
And I was thinking as I was speaking at a client event the other day that it's possible that given the fact that the CARES Act, which was from last year, waived RMDs, that there might be some clients or there might be some viewers here who waive their RMDs whose adjusted gross income gets below that cap, right?
For sure. Yeah. So, obviously RMDs do increase your taxable income. So in a year like 2020, where those were not required, there is a good chance that you will fall below that limit and will be eligible for these payments.
So it's not a wealth-based stimulus payment. It's income, right? It's just AGI from last year, right, Kelsey?
That's correct.
Okay, so we want you to make sure you're engaging with your planner, with your advisor, and to take a look at your tax returns from 2019, 2020, and see if you qualify for that stimulus payment. Now let's move on to the child tax credit. Kelsey, let us know what's changed with the child tax credit. What should we be thinking about with that?
Yeah, so normally the child tax credit is $2,000 per child under the age of 17. This year, or for 2020 only, that child tax credit is going to be increased to $3,000 per child and actually $3,600 for children under the age of 6. So, the credits are increasing quite significantly. And the other provision that was included in this bill was that they are going to estimate your child tax credit and pay up to 50% in advance, starting in July of this year of 2021. So, people that do have dependents listed on their return, children listed on their return, might be seeing some payments come down the line.
So let's think about this. Say you're a family of 4, right, Kelsey, and you make $150,000 or less. You're going to get the 4 stimulus payments. We get the 4 $1,400 checks, and your 2 kids will qualify for, I think, if they're over the age of 6, it's $3,000 per kid, right?
Correct.
So,
yep.
And you can take half of that in cash, right?
Absolutely. Yep. And, the IRS will be estimating these and paying them out in advance. They will be setting up a portal. So, for those that might have a change in filing status, maybe they don't claim them for the next year, or maybe their income is about to increase. They can make those changes and elect out of the advance payments if they'd like.
So these are big changes. The American Rescue Plan, which is basically the third act, the third fiscal stimulus passed to fight the COVID recession and pandemic. There's some big changes here, Kelsey. There's some changes our clients really need to think about, engage with you or their advisor about, because these are big numbers. I mean, this is a family of 4 could be taken in close to what, like $9,000, right?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, so this money is intended to get our economy back on track as we get through this COVID pandemic. So when you think about your financial planning, when you think about your income and your tax returns, these are all great questions to have. We just wanted to do this quick video to make sure you're thinking about these things. And as a market strategist, I like to think about what are the ramifications of this. This is a lot of money, including the previous stimulus checks that might end up in the economy and into travel companies, or it might go to pay down debt, or it might go into savings. This is important. This is really a really huge monetary experiment the United States is going under by putting this kind of money into people's pockets. So thank you for coming over. Kelsey, thank you so much. It's great to see you. It's a smiling face is always good for these kind of videos. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Kelsey's one of our top experts, one of our top experts at Baird. So make sure you're engaging with your advisor and the planners here at Baird. And thank you so much for coming to our talk today.